Boom, what's up everybody? Today is the day we go over ways to boost your energy naturally. So 3 keys to sustainable energy throughout the day, right? So what is sustainable energy throughout the day? That's when your energy levels are going like this. Not a lot of dips and valleys, okay? I know a lot of us can relate to dips and valleys, right? So one of the things that we don't want to be doing is, which I am, I'm victim of as well because of my time in the military, but taking stimulants to help wake us up. The more stimulants that you take, the more cortisol spikes you're going to have throughout the day. Like when caffeine hits the system, it shocks to your central nervous system like you're being attacked, right? So if you're constantly doing that throughout the day, that you're sending signals to your body like, stress. Yes, you'll feel awake, but the negative side effects of that are too great in comparison. So what we are going to think of are some ways to help boost that energy naturally, right? So when you think of, if you just sat in your chair or on your couch or in your bed or wherever you are, if you know me, you shouldn't be on your bed and your phone, but if you could think to yourself, what are 3 ways that you could boost your energy naturally that you right now could think of? I bet you already have the answers in your head, right? So I'll give you a second. 3 ways to boost your energy naturally. I want you to think of 3 of them. You got them? All right. These are probably it right here. So what is the biggest thing that you can do to improve your energy naturally? Get more sleep. Bingo. No, bingo. There we go. Getting more sleep will actually drastically help your energy throughout the day. So a lot of people tell me, oh, I don't have a lot of energy throughout the day, and I ask them how many hours of sleep are you getting? Oh, like 4 or 5, or maybe they're getting like 6 or 7, but it's like broken up sporadically all throughout the night. So you're only getting like 2 hours of sleep at a time. No, you need to build an environment conducive to growing and becoming the best version of yourself possible. Okay, so if there is something stopping you from getting enough sleep, then you change your environment, whatever that means to you, to allow for that to happen. Okay, we don't let things hold us back. We don't use excuses to stop us from moving forward. We keep moving forward no matter what we do, because that is the only option for us. We keep moving forward. We only keep growing. We only keep getting better. So we find creative ways to solve our problems. We don't find excuses, right? So the second thing that you probably thought of throughout the day to improve your energy, right, other than sleep, is food, right? Food, okay? A lot of people tell me, when they get off of work, they're super tired, they're exhausted, they're drained, they pass out from, just a horrible exhaustion, right? And then I ask them, oh man, what'd you eat that day? Well, you know what? I was rushing out the door, so I didn't really have that much for breakfast, and then by the time I got to work, I was so busy with everything, and then when I got home, I was I didn't make it. So I'm like, you ate once today? Yeah. Okay, and you did a ton? Yeah. So like your input was far less than your output. Right? Does that make sense? So when your input is only this much, but your output is super great, you are going to be basically taxing your body a little too much. Okay, so that is the real simple way of looking at it, is you're just demanding too much from your body, and it doesn't really necessarily have. It will pull the supplies, but it's like pulling the supplies from areas that you don't want it to pull from. You want it to pull from the supplies that you give it, not the ones that are built from it. You know what I mean? So, all right, I'm back. Baby was crying. We got to figure it out. Okay, so the last thing that you want to do to help feel better, get more energy naturally throughout the day is Can you guess it? Water. Okay, so water is ding ding ding. Water is gonna be the best way to feel better. I also learned this in the Air Force. I always talk about my Air Force days, but I learned this in the Air Force when you're marching around, at basic or tech school, wherever the hell you're marching around at, and you start to feel like you can't do anything. You feel tired, horrible. They're always preaching, drink, hydrate. So yeah, if you're even if you're just like a little bit dehydrated, it really does impact performance in the gym as well. So if you're dehydrated, your muscles aren't gonna, work as great as they could. You're not gonna feel as good as you could. You're gonna start, and then you go more dehydrated, you start to get headaches, right? You start to feel super tired, and then obviously the more dehydrated you get, the more bad things start to happen. Okay, so we don't want that to happen to us. So the easiest thing to do, if you're trying to think of how much water to drink, one of the best rules of thumbs is like a half a gallon to a gallon of water a day. Obviously, guys, this depends on your environment. Okay, if you live out in Arizona in the freaking desert, you should be drinking a lot more water. But if you live in Spokane, Washington, where it's nice and kind of cool, kind of breezy, you don't need to be drinking as much water as you do in the desert. Okay, so let's just use our brain, right? Also, if you're drinking so much water that you have to pee every single 5 minutes, you're drinking too much water. So just drink enough water. Make sure that you're drinking water, and if you start to feel the signs of headaches, tired, lethargic, run through all these steps that we talked about. Did I get enough sleep? Did I eat enough food? Did I drink enough water? And then usually it's one of those three things that you did not do. So you can either fix it the next day, or you can just start, all right, you know what? I'm going to start drinking some water. Hey, you know what? I'm going to eat one of my meals that Josh told me to eat, because he built my meal plan and it looks super awesome. So, hey guys, that's it. I just wanted to go over 3 ways to boost your energy naturally. All right, and this is for sustainable, lifelong. Okay, so I know I just kind of gave this information out, right? But this is information that if you learn it and you ingrain it into your brain, it will last you forever. Okay, and when you have sustainable health and fitness, you have it forever. You don't need to have it again. You have it. It's like, here's the information, you have it. All right, so take it, do with it what you will. All right, this is how we always get better. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below. Please feel free to reach out to me. As always, stay safe and get after it.